Speed.
I said stop. Good morning, everybody. Coffee
Illegal
Casuals and
drugs.
Consoles here. We actually started on time. Holy shit. Good morning, you guys on the panel. I know you guys were
Hello,
trying
everyone.
to say things.
What the f is going on, people?
Why are you yelling?
We're
like
actually
that?
early. It's a miracle, isn't it?
I know. What the fudge?
I'm spicy right now. I am very spicy, man.
I'll mute
Boom
you
came in.
again.
For people who don't know, Boom came in when we were off air. He got me pumped. I am ready to go right now.
All right, real quick, guys, real quick. Everybody in the chat, can you guys hear us well? Is the sound sounding good? Is the looking good? Oh,
Is the
man.
looking good? That's
Thumbs up from the chat.
Thumbs up.
It looks beautiful.
Let's go. We are restreaming today to Mixer and Twitch.
oh, hold on. Let me put my Mixer app on.
I don't know how that's
on,
gonna work out, guys. We'll find out. I don't usually do Twitch, but I said screw it. Let's get a little crazy. So yeah, I don't know what to do with ourselves. We're too early.
We are gonna tweak on Twitch.
We're tweaking on
I'm
Twitch.
gonna host
Actually,
you.
considering of all the news that broke in one Tuesday in 2018, which is of course yesterday, I think we have plenty to talk about.
Yeah, we
No,
do.
slow news.
Yeah, slow news, fake news.
Nothing
I
to
think
see
I
here,
know.
people.
Talk about us, so-
News. I don't even know what we're gonna do with ourselves, guys. There's nothing to talk about today. So real quick before we get into our intros, I want to just shout out the chat. Good morning, Evil Primate. First one here beat you. Oh, what's up, Vogels, Craig, Fuzzy Belvedere, Siberia? You guys, Siberia got his chicken dinner last night. First time playing ever. He got a winner chicken dinner. Or as I like to say, chicken winner dinner, but whatevs. Yeah, that was so exciting. So that was pretty cool. Fastback, good morning. Supersonic Station, good morning. I know he was going to say words before we went live, and I was like, nope, you had your time to talk. Good morning, Andy Mack. What's going on? UK Dazarus, Harvinder, hello, Tony Almeida, hello. And the Ashen Luca, the lovely Luca stopped in this morning, and then she can't stay and watch. I'm sad. Dirty J, good morning. So guys, Skull Stomper, hello. Let's get into those intros, guys. I hope I don't miss anybody who's here right now, and I do apologize if I do. Good morning, Jago. Good morning, Pancove, Rob Dark. I can't talk as usual. Had too much coffee. So yeah, guys.
That's okay because I don't listen. All right.
But you know, I'm trying to curb my bad words, guys. Am I doing okay?
Yeah,
Not bad.
Don't lie to me.
as long as you don't say two
not
words.
Don't lie to me.
Vegetable. As long as you don't say, you can't say that.
Oh, we had an echo just now. Oopsies. Yeah, so yeah, let's get into our intro so we can talk about stuff. Creating Beyond Limits. Do you want to say good morning, hello to the panel and to the people watching?
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, all that good stuff. Yeah, like we were saying, there's not much really to talk about. Nothing really happened yesterday. No news came out because no one else was reporting on that, and so obviously nothing happened.
Nice. That's what we, he already kicked the door in.
We're gonna have to make some stuff up or something like that. It's gonna be totally fake news, as we always say. So.
Wow.
Yeah, but I'm excited for everything that we're going to be talking about, and obviously a good bit of stuff happened yesterday, and you're in for a good show, that's for sure.
I'm a little nervous. You guys seem very feisty and a little facetious, and this is going to be an interesting show. Mr. Boomstick, would you like to make a comment about how there was no news yesterday?
The only news that came out yesterday was from the small people on a little site called YouTube and Twitter. Past that, all the big media outlets that get the $1 million bucks just weren't talking about anything. It was very strange, to say the least. But good morning, everyone. This is going to be a fire-powered episode. I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad that the chat is ready to go. So let's do this.
Let's do this.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, Lady Foxfire. Good morning, Neo Mental. Some more faces are popping up in the chat. Good morning, Texas Wolverine. Oh, I think it's Texan Y9 Power. Good morning, you guys. James176, what's up? Xbot. would you like to say good morning and talk about fake news and stuff and things?
I know words. I have the best words. I want more than a wall. We eat McDonald's until we come to an agreement. Who cares what they say? You're going to love winning.
And there we go. What's going on, people? It is the Xbot 448, and I think Boom. We have to agree to disagree here. There was news yesterday, right when the trailer came out. We learned about God of War, and I guess Big Gaming Media decided that was the only big news for the day until about 9 o'clock at night. But yeah, let's get into it, guys. I did a couple live streams yesterday, dropped a couple videos 2 days before today. I am ready to go. I am on fire right now. I feel like I have an IV of adrenaline, and it's going to go throughout the week.
That is really cool. You said a whole mouthful. You guys, I just want to let everybody in the chat know that
I have the best words.
Xbot almost got knocked the fuck out this morning. First of all, I woke up early, and then he was just being really what is the word, Xbot? Annoying.
It's going to happen. Beautiful things.
So we had stuff going on before the show, and we were running around, and then he wanted to, hey, Siberia's a new sponsor. Good morning, and thank you. So Xbot was...
I love you. I love you. I love you.
I'm going to mute him
again.
Love
you long time, Siberia.
That's it. He was being really freaking annoying, and he's going to get punched in his nose. That's all I'm going to say about that. All right, so Supersonic Station. Say good morning, say hello, and all that good stuff.
Good morning, everyone in the chat. It's going to be a very casual show. I'm actually driving my casual baby ship in Sea of Thieves, and it looks beautiful.
Did you just say baby shit?
It's a baby ship. They have big ships, and then they have little baby ships for single player.
That is super... I did not get to play with any ships yet. It keeps telling me that there's something wrong, and I'm like, you know
don't play
what?
with shits. I mean ships. Not good.
Torpedo.
No, you're supposed to play with cardboard, guys, not ships.
Yes, that's right.
And then I think we got everybody but me, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Good morning. I am OhSnap. It's Mel. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you are watching on Mixer or Twitch or something along the lines of that, welcome. We don't typically stream on Mixer and Twitch, but we are now, so hopefully everything goes well. I hope you guys enjoy the show. If you guys want to come over to YouTube, subscribe to the channel, you can see a lot more of content from me and the rest of the crew. So guys, we're going to
Somebody in the chat named Super Ebola 5.
He says, do you know Dewey? Do you know Dewey? That's like a VR phenomenon thing.
Super Ebola.
That's a VR
That's such a cool name. Super Ebola. Oh, God. You know what, guys? We're going to have too much fun today. All right. So, announcements. Some quick shout-outs. As you guys can see up at the top, there is a little picture scroll thingamajigger going. That is our channel sponsors. So shout out to G-Man. Okay, they keep hearing bling in my ear. You guys are bugging me out. Thank you for the host, CBL, and I think it was Vocals. So you guys don't distract me. I gotta stay on point here. G-Man 1127, Bywoman90, Delirium Blades, Z Black Rider, and Spoonman. Thank you guys for being channel sponsors and freaking Siberia. I'm like, I keep thinking Cyber Smoke. Siberia just became a sponsor, so thank you. I will be adding you to the scroll up top as well. Super excited for that. I appreciate it so much, you guys. And then a shout out to our Patreon supporters. We have Michael Lugo, aka Monkey Punch, my mummy. Hi, mummy. Jazzy New Black Rider, Tony Almedia, Spoonman, Alan Roberts, OBX Blackbeard, Luke Taylor, and Stinking Corpse. Xbot, thank you for the host. You guys just want to see the freaking zombie. I know.
Oh, my controller. I wasn't paying attention. I crashed into a big rock and my controller started vibrating. That scared the crap out of me.
Oh, well, we can tell by your oh Jesus. All right, guys. So yes, let's talk about something a little light. Let's talk about this really cool thing called recycling. That's kind of where I want to dive into the show. I don't even care what you guys played
Gamers
this week.
go green.
I don't give a crap about what you guys played this week. I want to talk about recycling in the gaming community. So, yeah, Nintendo Cardboard.
I thought you were talking about
What? What?
nothing.
Another high-priced, expensive peripheral from Nintendo that is probably going to sell like hotcakes. That's really all I got for that. I mean, I really wish they reached out to journalists so they could report on exactly how the card. I mean, it's cardboard, yes, but is it a strong cardboard? Is it, can I go to Staples and get a couple of cardboard cutouts and use it that way? I mean, look, here's the thing. The community has really been like split down the middle, I think. I mean, you have people saying that it's like Jay Fonzarelli did a video and he put a lot of good points into it about, if you have kids and that it's innovative and it makes them use their imagination and all fantastic points. And then you've seen other people that were like raging over this. You know what? Again, there are going to be some 30-something-year-olds buying this, and it's true. They're Nintendo fans, so they buy everything Nintendo. That's fine, but it's really geared for kids. And again, it's one of those things. Xbot and Mel, you guys have kids, so for firsthand that if they were to get this, even when they're playing just regular playing, not beating on it, they would destroy it.
They destroy everything, even if it's metal. They can manage to destroy it.
They bend metal bars
with their teeth.
I was gonna say with their pinky, but the teeth works.
It's silly. It's silly. I don't know.
Real quick, listen to yourself, man. I wish you can go back and hear yourself. This is what it's come down to. They're not even saying what kind of cardboard. Is it durable cardboard, heavy duty cardboard? Is it thin cardboard? We don't know.
Am I damage controlling for Nintendo? I'm not sure.
It sounds like it. It sounds like it. Well, I mean, real quick, guys, because I think the first time I even heard about this was last week on Supersonic Station's what the hell is it called? Supersonic Yoshida News?
Yes. Yoshida Gaming News, the best news journalism ever, even over IGN and GameSpot,
That's
which
a
doesn't
really
take too
long
much.
title, but okay.
Okay.
All right. Good. So yeah, that was the first time I even heard about that, and then he showed us the Amazon, like the link to it. How much do these cost? Dirty J said cardboard master race.
Yeah, that's awesome. Cardboard master race. It's $80 for one and $60 for the other. So with tax,
70.
about
70 for the other.
70. So.
It's $80 and $70, and after tax, it's almost $200 if you bought.
$80 for the big robot cardboard, and then the $70 one is like a 5-piece variety set, which has like a bike, a fishing reel, a piano, I think a gas pedal. The gas pedal scares the crap out of me, by the way.
That does not look. Not that someone's going to break their little controller. There's no doubt about it.
Nintendo's never heard of water, apparently. I don't know.
Buy Joy-Cons. That's all I've got to say about that.
Oh my goodness, $80 a pair. Nintendo wants you to buy more.
Yes. I look, as great as the Switch is, and I have it, I support it. I like, of course, all their first party stuff. I've purchased numerous digital titles. I really enjoy the Switch. The biggest downfall, unfortunately, with it has been its peripheral pricing, and this is a perfect example of being literally so overpriced. I mean, they sell one of these. Think about this for a second. One of these Labo products is probably going to cost them $7 to make. I mean, let's call it, it's freaking cardboard, so it could be cheaper if they're doing mass production of it. So let's just be fair and say that it's $7 across the board to make this particular Labo product. They're charging $80 for the robot one. I mean, that is 9 times. 10 times, 11, 12, 13 times the money that they're making on this thing. And you know what? Again, we're not making this into an Xbox versus PlayStation versus Nintendo. But if this was any other company, they would have been laughed out of the gaming market.
I'm laughing now. I'm laughing.
So
still.
again, so now
We
the
couldn't hear
real
you.
question is why does Nintendo always seem to get a pass on no matter what they do? If they make a bad game, oh okay, they'll come back with another one. If they come out with a system that's not as powerful, oh, but it's you know, it's the first of its kind. Oh, the peripherals, they're so expensive. Well, because you know they do things that your regular controls don't do. Cardboard, greatest thing since sliced bread. It's just when you, like I said, if you look at what I'm saying, it just seems that they continually get a pass on everything that they do, and this product is a bad product.
But
Yes,
hold on. It comes with rubber bands too, so
and
Oh,
twine,
okay.
and
Okay.
twine. Yeah, twine as
Oh,
well.
Real quick.
I already have 3 pre-ordered. Like, I'm hyped as fuck, you know.
You are
Don't even
shocked.
ask me. I just want to make a big cardboard house and live in it, you know.
Your microphone is breaking up.
You are botting like crazy, sir.
Botting.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
He's in the
so-
10
Oh
box.
snaps! Oh snaps! What do you think?
Well,
I'm waiting to hear what you say.
Skull Stomper said cardboard cash grab, and I think that's exactly what it is. Luminous girl, you're kind of gross.
That was funny. That
Are
was
you
funny. I was
seeing
laughing.
this chat here? She
The
says
size of a football.
the plop was so intense, the water splashed back up on my booty cheeks. We're not gonna say bad words. I don't know what the hell is your problem, but you're about to get a timeout, woman or man.
That's
kinda-
hot.
That's not hot. That's not cute at all. All right, so as far as this cardboard situation goes, guys, like it's 2018 right now. We have the finest technology available to us. Okay? Are we preparing for the end times to be entertained after the world goes to shit? Is this what is going on?
Holy crap.
Holy crap, what?
I never thought of it like that. It's like, well, you know, when Armageddon hits, you can still play your Switch and you can still make a piano,
Dude.
so it's all good.
Seriously, like I don't understand why this is such who thought of this?
I'm
How did
sticking
this
up for
even
Nintendo.
pass?
I think this is.
Shut up,
this is,
Supersonic Station. You will never stick up for Nintendo. You hate
Yes.
Nintendo, so
This is
stop.
genius. It's very innovating. I never would have thought.
This is
I would
probably
pre-order
the most innovative thing
$200
they've done in a while. Okay, but it's 2018. I know that this is great for children, young children, but I'm sorry. I am not buying a Nintendo Switch for my 5-year-old that I don't have. And if I did, I would get them something that they're going to step on the controller. It just makes absolutely
We're gonna
no
go
sense.
to the mall later and we're gonna shop for a 5-year-old. All right.
I'm
Could you
"Excuse
imagine
me,
that?
we're shopping for the 5-year-old we don't have, and then we'll just go like, excuse me, can I borrow your 5-year-old? No, you know what? This could be really awkward in 2 seconds. So let's stop talking about that.
Could you imagine that at Christmas? Like someone would say, "Hey, what'd you get your kid for Christmas?" The person
I got him a brother. He was 5
Cardboard.
years old.
I got a
they got a cardboard. How much was it? It was $200. I'm not talking anymore.
Well, I think Boom hit the nail right on the head, and it's something that has me kind of like scratching my head. You know, when it came to the Wii U, it was fashionable to talk about Nintendo, throw them under the bus and everything like that. Ever since the Switch was announced and came out, it is now taboo
Yes.
to say anything bad about Nintendo. And I swear, guys, if like I hear what Fonz is saying about all this, and if he likes it, if his daughter is not destructive and all that stuff, good for him. But I will say they are probably the minority in this country
yes,
when it comes to
for
that.
sure. Mhm.
All right,
That fishing pole is going to break in a New York second. I'm just saying.
I appreciate Fonz. I love the work he does. I respect him as a YouTuber, as a gamer, and he's a friend of mine. So, like, friends can disagree, and we are on the
absolutely, of course.
complete opposite sides of the spectrum on this. I was like, wow, $70 for cardboard, right? They have a gas pedal where you put a Joy-Con into the pedal that you're stepping on,
Yeah.
and they say it's for kids. but I'm not supposed to point that out. Like, the parents are going to be spending $80 like every week for new Joy-Cons.
Well,
when it
I mean,
comes
it's
to that
80.
thing.
It's 80 for a pair, but if you want to just replace one, it's 50.
Even still, this is just something
Yeah.
where Nintendo, they sell software. Their exclusives, their Marios, their Zeldas, and everything like that sells, right? But when it comes down to it, they're making money on this hardware as well.
Yes.
Now, so if you have this thing that everybody is saying, oh, it's for the kids, and there's a gas pedal, and they keep destroying the Joy-Cons, and the parents keep going out and buying even the $50 one, that's putting money in Nintendo's pocket.
This was genius on their part, to be honest.
Yeah.
To be honest, this was absolutely. We'll get the kids to stomp on the controllers. The parents will have to buy them more, and then they're going to buy more cardboard.
And the parents are like, no, it's okay. It's innovative. It's innovative.
Dude, if you guys are parents and you want to play with cardboard with your kids, I have a ton of it in my living room because I am always bringing home boxes of stuff and things. And like, just take a piece
should
of
sell it.
cardboard. You know what? Damn it!
Make
Why
your
am I
own.
so
Make
stupid
your
I didn't
own.
think about this.
Switch, please.
So
Well, I'm actually designing.
I'm not done speaking, but get a pack of Sharpies, guys, and create a freaking like what did we always say we're gonna make? What, a teleportation thing?
Yeah, cardboard box with a Sharpie.
Yeah, we're gonna make a teleporter. You guys can do so much with cardboard and not spend $80. You can go get free cardboard at Subway. Just be like, can I get your cardboard? Matter of fact, come to my job. I'll give you free cardboard. All the cardboard you guys could ever fucking want. Okay? That's all.
Well, OhSnaps, check this out. I'm designing an Xbox One game, and it's going to utilize, the 6-pack plastic rings
Nice.
for soda cans.
Birds won't get trapped in there anymore. Good job, dude.
Utilize that. So I'm hoping I get the support from the community. I'm hoping that I hear innovation, creativity. It's for the preteens. It's not for the kids. It's for the preteens. Okay, so I'm stepping up my game here. I'm going. Nintendo's going to focus on children. I'm going to focus on preteens, and we're using the plastic 6-pack rings for it. So be on the lookout for that, guys. Please pay me.
Just out of curiosity, how much is it? What is your pricing point?
$120, and that's just because plastic is stronger than cardboard.
I'm going to pre-order too.
What are we pre-ordering? The soda
Plastic.
rings?
Yeah, for Xbox One.
You can go to the beach and pick them up, and then you don't even have to, there's no production
Don't tell
costs.
people that. Don't tell people that.
No,
It's creative. It's innovative. Okay.
I got even one better. You can use it to hang your Xbox, all the different Xbox One
I can
controllers.
use it to hang myself after hearing all this.
You can't say that, Xbox.
Speaking of cardboard, that's going to be really weird because it was #1 on Amazon. That's crazy. So you're going to order this from Amazon and get a cardboard package, then open it.
And it's
Open your
cardboard.
That's a bonus.
You're going to open your cardboard to get cardboard. That's awesome.
You know what? You don't even get the 20% discount that you would normally get for games when you pre-order because it's not an actual game. So
Hey, OhSnaps.
Joke's on you. What?
Can I point something out real quick,
No.
please?
No.
How about now?
Fine.
All right. For all the people who argue with me that the Switch is a console, right? It's a console. Can you play the Labo with it docked to your TV?
No.
No, you can't. It's a handheld, guys. This proves it. And they're coming out with cardboard peripherals for your handheld. Come on, let's get with the times. Let's call it how it is. Use common sense.
It is a handheld because I could stick my tablet into HDMI plug and it's still a tablet. So,
Sonic, when you said stick, I thought that was going to go in a completely different direction. I am
Yeah,
so
so do
glad.
I'm not seeing dildo sticks today.
Bless you.
Thank you, number one.
you just
Excuse
did.
me, number two. Number three, no D sticks anymore. They're not allowed in the show.
Right. No D sticks.
Neo Mental does not agree with me,
PlayStation-
and Vocal does.
PlayStation reached out to me and they said you're not allowed to call it D sticks anymore.
Did they
That
really?
sucks.
No.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say, wow, that would actually be shocking, but It wouldn't be surprising
don't like
either.
the word
You will
dildo
call
on my show.
We will call them pleasure polls from now on. Okay.
Please, God, no. No
I
pleasure.
like that better.
With the whole
Hashtag-
Nintendo on the cardboard situation, like I understand who it's for and all like that. Like I honestly don't mind it existing, but the price is kind of ridiculous considering it's cardboard. Like everything else is fine. Like if people want to
Even
get
if
that
it was
because
20
like it looks cool.
Even if it was $20, I'd still have a problem with that.
Well, it comes with the game though. So, I mean,
So
and
you get-
they're mini games too.
You-
so
Okay, but you're not getting like a $60 title.
no, you're not.
You're getting
You're
a
getting like
mini
a
game
$10
to go with the
title.
cardboard, which you could just skip altogether and go to the grocery store and say, "Can I get a box?" and put your tablet in it, and you just throw your tablet around, and there you go. You got yourself a
OhSnap.
whole game. What?
Let's be honest. If you buy into this, you are purchasing disappointment, and your wallet is getting butt raped. That's exactly what's going on.
My wallet already got butt raped, so we're done.
How much money are they gonna make from this though? Like it's gonna be insane.
I think the initial run on this is going to be huge, and I you know what, Nintendo knows it. I don't know who they tested it, this with, but it obviously got high marks with the public, and it is. I'm actually really surprised, to be honest with you, that this didn't hit before Christmas. I mean, it's okay. It's gonna hit before Easter.
People get enough cardboard at
They
Christmas.
had to design it, man.
Yeah, no, I'm sure they've been working on this a while. But listen, it's if it's for you, then hey, buy it. And if your kids are, I think even kids that are respectful of their stuff are gonna have issues with this. But if what I want to see 2 weeks after its initial launch, what the public is saying, because if it turns out to be like cheap and it's breaking down, we're all gonna know about it. There's gonna be stories all over the place.
You know where you won't hear about it? You won't hear about
IGN.
it. GameSpot.
That's a segue.
IGN.
Yes, nice segue.
All those other big
Oh, you
gaming.
talk
They're going
about
to talk
Ashley
about how
Jenkins.
amazing it is.
They're my girlfriends, Naomi Kyle and Ashley Jenkins. Don't you dare talk smack about them.
Just how many fucking girlfriends do you have, man?
Just them
You're
two.
such a player.
Those are the names for his dildo sticks, by the way.
You ever notice that media always hires like one
Wow.
dumb hot chick to say the news?
How's Cuphead
There's
girl?
nothing wrong with that.
Cuphead
she's
girl
my
is
girlfriend,
married,
too.
by the way.
That doesn't stop him.
What?
He's in a relationship.
No one told me. this.
Real quick, Miss L Boogie
Wait.
said she's going to be buying it for her kids. So if it turns out to be crap, she's going to let us know.
Yeah, I'm sure the return policy is really good on
She said
cardboard.
crap, though.
No, she didn't
never-
say crap. I threw crap in there. What she exactly said was,
Paraphrasing.
she's going to get it and she'll let us know. I added crap.
Yeah. I mean, it's absolutely crazy, guys, and we're gonna move on from this in 2 seconds. I just want to point out the fact that we spent probably about $60 on a cardboard Minecraft set that you don't even attach to Joy-Cons and step on. Okay, those did not last very long. Just putting them together ripped them.
Oh, wow.
So, and it was like a bunch of a whole little Minecraft world you could make. And we didn't even finish making them. I don't even think we got like a quarter way through the box, and it was so aggravating. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Only if
Remember
Minecraft was a successful franchise and they could have put more money towards the
Totally.
stronger cardboard.
They totally should have. They should have.
You have to speak English.
That reminds me of those little cardboard houses, or not little, but the big cardboard houses people could crawl in and color with their markers and crap like that broke in one day.
Yeah.
I have
You open up the
markers
door and it falls
cardboard.
off.
You know what, guys? I'm going to make my own cardboard shit and sell it to you all watching the podcast. How about that? Done
Bing,
deal.
bong, bing, bing, bong, bing.
Donald
Xbox.
Trump likes that.
Cut the crap.
What? I didn't do it.
So,
Cut the Trump.
anyways, we're gonna move on. And we're gonna talk about the awesome freaking news that we got yesterday. Yesterday morning, guys. We got some
Big breaking news for
Big
a lonely
news.
Tuesday morning.
Xbox win. Okay.
Yes,
Just Xbox
yes.
win all the way. I know there's a lot of different opinions and emotions about this, but I want to hear your guys' thoughts on the Xbox Game Pass move where
You're gonna love winning.
where they
Whoa,
decided,
damn, Trump.
you know what, Trump, get the out my show now. So Xbox decided they're gonna add the AAA titles upon the launch of the game when
Yep.
they
Yeah.
come out to
Day and
Game
date.
Pass. Now, I just want to throw it out there that in the beginning, I felt that Game Pass was not worth $10 a month. All right. And then I ended up rebuying it when it was $1 a month only because I really enjoyed Game Pass and they do reward you for playing.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
that being said, I found it worth it. And then yesterday's news just made everything that much better. So I'm gonna
What
let-
happened? I was watching IGN and GameSpot. I haven't heard anything about this. What
You're
happened?
about to find out because we're gonna let Mr. Boomstick start. Take it away, Boom.
Okay, well, obviously, I don't. Again, if everyone that's in the chat and most of the people that are probably listening know about this, but we have to say our opinion on it. Yesterday, in a very unexpected manner, Phil Spencer himself did a post on Xbox Wire, and basically it was explaining what they were going to do differently digitally moving forward. Now, if you remember a couple of weeks ago, a guy I have never heard of him, Z Huge. A lot of people call he apparently
He's kind of
has
a
a lot.
dick.
Yeah, he has a lot of he's broken a lot of Xbox stories in the past, and he said that something was going to be coming out that Microsoft was going to announce that had to do with their digital pathway, and then he retracted it and said, "Oh, okay, it's going to be coming out later, but he doesn't know when." Well, it turns out that maybe
I did see that.
yeah, maybe Microsoft was like, "Listen, we need to get ahead of this and get this out so we could break it," and that's exactly what happened. And what it comes down to, and I think that for this generation, Microsoft has kind of been behind the curve, so to speak, especially with the whole power thing, and then it was the Connect thing, and then it was the no games thing. It got a little played. So now they did a move that I think is literally going to change gaming moving forward for the home console until the end of console gaming, because you can now pay. They have a service which we all know, and I happen to love it. I've been a subscriber since day one. You said you had it, you didn't, and you got it back. Game Pass is incredible, especially if you have kids, because there's so many titles. There's no real necessity to run out and buy everything because there's so much available to you for the $10 a month. And then yesterday in the early morning, they dropped this megaton bomb where all Microsoft Studio first-party games are going to show up in Game Pass day and date to their worldwide release. I mean, that is incredible. And for a person like myself and a guy like Crap Gamer, we buy everything, literally everything. So I know for a fact that already in the first few months of the year, I don't have to buy Sea of Thieves, Crackdown 3, and State of Decay 2. That's already $200 that I'm saving. And I've been with Game Pass since the beginning. So I did a tweet yesterday. Think about this: $200 for after tax for those 3 games, and then you go 12 months of Game Pass, $120. I mean, the math is right there for everyone to see. It's an incredible savings. And if you're frugal, and maybe during this Black Friday, they may have those Game Pass 6-month cards on sale for like $38 or something. Then you jump on it and you buy like 3 or 4 of them.
All right, Boom. I'm gonna stop you real quick there. Welsh Gamer over on Mixer, he said that's exclusives. That's the price of 2 games for a year for exclusives. Yep. All right, that's what you're paying, $120 a year, pretty much. And it's really great, but there is a lot of questions. They're all over, Phil Spencer and Aaron Greenberg and everybody asking and asking and asking. I'm sure a lot of people have questions. My thing is, how long are these games going to be in the Game Pass for? Is it going to be 30 days? Like, how is this going to work? I'm so curious to know, because I feel like it's kind of like a reel you in type of deal. Like, I look at both sides of this. So to me, it's like, is it a reel you in and then we're going to cut you off and then you're going to want to buy the game or need to buy the game? Or
you know what? That's a
curious.
really, really fantastic question. But here's the reason why I don't think they're going to do that. This is okay. When you look at the big picture as a company, this is a service, and we said this on many podcasts. Bot has talked about it. Everybody's talked about it.
For 2 years, I've talked about this.
About how gaming services was going to be a thing. I think that.
Can I add that I totally called him crazy when he talked about this a couple years ago.
Because it was unthinkable. It was unthinkable at that time because we're all into buying discs. Digital was like, oh my god. Even myself, I recently just transferred over to digital. I was always a physical magazine guy, a physical CD guy, a physical game guy. I was like, man, I don't know about this whole digital nonsense. Now that it's moving on to a service, I think that Microsoft would rather have 10 million people in Game Pass paying $10 a month than trying to sell 5 million copies of Halo 6. And I think that at the end of the day, they're not going to take these titles away. It's kind of like a bait and switch kind of a thing, because they know what's going to wind up happening with this is. And here's something else. This is trickery at its finest.
Trickery. I love that word. Sorry. Go ahead.
You're a gamer, right? You're like, okay, I'm paying $10 a month, and I just got Halo 6. I feel like I won the world. And then you go and you start playing online, and they have all these rec packs, and you will feel less guilty about spending $20 in rec packs because you got the game technically for $10 a month.
So I gotta cut you off one more time real quick.
No, please go ahead.
A very good point in the chat. Even as a real in deal, it's a good deal. It's cheaper than GameFly. That being said, I couldn't sleep again last night because I suffer from insomnia. So I'm laying in bed thinking about this, and I'm like, man, is Xbox going to come out with some type of GameFly type of deal thing where, let's say, we can either rent the discs or, obviously digital, purchase. It's kind of like a rental service, right? So maybe they'll let us do some game rentals, and I totally lost my train of thought because of chat. But like maybe they'll let us do some type of game rentals and then get discounts on purchasing the game or something along the lines of that. Like, I just
they will have discounts on purchasing the game as well. So
I feel like the physical copies are not ready to go yet. It's not like going to be completely gone. But
they are going to fade out, though. They are going to phase out is what's going to happen.
Honestly, Mel, I think what we should do now is move this over to Xbot, because he did a reactions live video, and he hit all the high points. And I think I'm interested to hear what he has to say.
Aw. Oh, I feel the love right now.
Don't make me mute.
Timestamp this episode.
Well, if the hostess will let me, I will definitely start talking as soon as she says go.
All right, hold up. El Boogie says, I currently have GameFly 2 Game Pass. I had GameFly a while ago, and that was back when Destiny 1 was out, okay? And I kind of enjoyed it, but at the same time, I felt like it was kind of silly for me because, like, I'm one of those people who I'm like, I just want to play another game right now. I don't want to wait till this game gets there because I only did one game at the time. I didn't want to wait to send a game back, but it kind of is worth it in that aspect. So if they have that digitally where we have 100 games available to us and we have AAA titles and things like that, I feel like it's really smart. It is absolutely smart. $10 a month is a steal for 100 games. And then they just dropped in the whole Sea of Thieves and Crackdown 3, which is another point, which I'm not going to dive too deep into, but that means Crackdown 3 is coming soon, and it's definitely coming soon. All right.
Oh, and by the way, right now, Mel, it's 160 games on Game Pass.
160?
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, like 164.
I thought they
altogether.
They keep it to 100. Where have
they
been? Holy shit. Nope. Okay. Now, okay, I'm not gonna think anymore right now. Xbot, please go ahead.
Well, first of all, when it comes to this Game Pass, this is huge news right there because, you know, when you get these exclusives day and date of the worldwide launch, it just increased the value of Game Pass like through the roof. And this is just one more sign that these companies, this is what they're trying to do. This is where they want to go. They want to go to subscription-based services, eventually streaming as well. And I know people say, well, streaming's never going to happen and all this good stuff. But guess what? 2 years ago, guys, you wouldn't say that this was happening either. So looking down the road, this is what they want to do. Now, for people who are upset saying, well, that's not going to sell the game. That's not going to sell the game. Do you remember back when Xbox, they decided that they weren't going to show sales? They weren't going to show hardware sales. They weren't going to show software sales. And what they did instead when they went, before the shareholders and stuff is they showed active users, user base for Xbox Live, stuff like that. That's what they're doing with Game Pass as well. So now that you see these new games going into Game Pass day and date, a lot more people are going to throw in $10 a month for this because it's a great service now. It's absolutely incredible. Not only do you have the brand new first-party titles, but you have all the other games, original Xbox 360 games, Xbox One games. Like we said, over 160 games right now, and then adding in the new exclusives. A lot more people are going to buy into the service. And when they do that, they're going to show the shareholders how many new people bought into the service. And they're going to make money.
Now, real quick, I want to give a shout out to Joe Falletta, who's in the chat, who's a personal friend of me and my brother, Neo Mental. He actually brought up a good point, and this is going to answer your question, Mel. Once the game is downloaded onto your hard drive, even if it's taken off Game Pass, you could still have access to it as long as you don't delete it.
But you can play it if you didn't purchase.
Are you sure about that?
No, yes, yes. If you are a member of Game Pass, okay, you're paying your monthly subscription. Even if a game comes off of the list, like people were freaking out about Metal Gear Solid 5. My God, they're taking MGS5 off. It doesn't matter as long as it's downloaded into your hard drive and you don't delete it. Even when it's removed, it's still playable like a regular downloaded game you bought from Xbox Live.
While
are you positive?
Sorry, go ahead.
And that's confirmed.
Yo, shout out to Rain. Rain asked
that really is amazing.
If you could play the whole game. And yes, with this subscription service, when you pay for it, you actually download the full game onto your hard drive. It's not streaming as of yet, all right? And that's not for like maybe a couple years down the line. But as for right now, you download the full game. You have complete access to the full game. You play the full game from Game Pass games.
Wait, after it's like you're done subscribed to it or whatever, do you quit? It doesn't work for me. Like I just tried it on my Xbox. It won't let me have access to it. And I stopped my Game Pass.
If you stop your Game Pass, then the license is revoked and you can't play it.
And then the license is not available to you because it's not in there anymore. Basically is this. If you want to do this, if this program works for you, do the pay your monthly bill. I don't know how else to tell you. I mean, as long as
some of us have problems paying.
No, listen, I'm right there with you.
Shoot.
But we're not going to mention any names, Mel.
the way it works is as long as you have a valid, up-to-date subscription with Game Pass and a game that's on your hard drive is taken away, you still have access to that game in the same manner as if you bought it from Xbox Live and downloaded it digitally. It's the same principle that is confirmed.
All right, so Fuzzy Belvedere said, but is it playable if you cancel and resubscribe? So yes, so long as you do not delete it, correct?
Well,
yes, as long as you don't delete it.
Oh, okay. You're talking about games that have come off. I got you. But guys, at the end of the day, just real quick, at the end of the day, this for a year, it's the price of two games, two $60 games, and you're getting over 160 plus the new exclusives. Now, when it comes to 2018 and 2019, I know we haven't heard a lot about 2019, but 2019 is also going to be a really big year.
Yep.
for Xbox in terms of exclusives and stuff like that. So for these next 2 years, this subscription service will pay for itself 10 times over.
Yes. Yes.
If you're into getting the first party Xbox One games, at least these next 2 years, pay $240. You get that's the price of 4 games, right?
Yes.
In 2 years, the price of 4 games. And you're going to get all of the first party that comes out in these next 2 years, which is going to be a lot.
Now, here's something else that no one has mentioned. And remember, I'm staking my claim with this one. Okay. Now, a person like myself who is going to be with Game Pass until whenever, like I have a separate account that's like a bill account. There's always money in there for the bills. That's what it's there for. Okay. So Game Pass is always going to get paid. I'm not worried about that.
I love that how you think about Game Pass as a bill.
Well,
I think that's totally adorable.
It's
I mean,
necessary, like
you add that with
electricity and water.
Netflix and YouTube Red. You know, these things add up. You know what I'm saying? So, but they are bills technically. But think about this just for a second. Normally, I would buy the $90 edition of whatever game A because it has a season pass, right? And you're like, $90, whatever. How many more people are going to buy season passes because they already have the game for $10 a month?
Yeah, that's going to become a problem.
No, I don't think it's going to become a problem. I think it's going to be Microsoft is a fucking genius because all of their stuff is going to have season passes because of content, right? Like that there's going to be again. I don't know for Halo, but like for instance, Forza.
Halo's going to be free. They're using the same structure,
right?
Oh my
so
God,
you take.
I have to cut you off. They're gonna have levels. It's gonna be like $9.99 a month, and you get all the new games and all the whatever games they put in there in the basic edition. Then for $29.99 a month, you get all the
season passes. No, you know what? Trust me. Someone around the board table has already suggested that, and that actually makes sense. But these season passes are $30 and $40. Like look at the Forza one that came out. That's you're getting all the cars. They release new content every month. It's a great season pass if you're into Forza. Mm-hmm. But if you were on the fence and you're like, how more likely would you be to buy the season pass for the $30 because you just came home, the game's in your system, you downloaded it, and listen, no one thinks about that $10 a month. It's an afterthought. You sign up and you forget about it. So when a new game drops into your into your system, and you are technically like a gamer who really is into their craft, you'll be like, you know what? I'm going to buy that season pass. It's only $30, and you know what? The game is already here. Listen, I think at the end of the day, the numbers were crunched, and Microsoft at the end is going to be making big bucks on this. Now, here's the question I have for the panel and for the people that are in the chat. What does PlayStation and Nintendo do now?
Well, Nintendo doesn't have to do anything. They can just sell cardboard and make money.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow.
Before we get to that question,
that'll make Sony stuff go down.
I just want to point something out on Mixer. Ace Junkie said also people are still going to buy games for gamers that are game sharing, and I want to address this real quick before we talk about what PlayStation is going to do to kind of compete with this. Ace Junkie, just to let you know, Game Pass is actually game shareable in and of itself. So me and OhSnaps, we game share. Her system is my home system. My system is her home system. So even if she didn't have game share or she didn't have Game Pass, we would still be able to game share the games. Mm-hmm. So
that's what I was going to say. That's the problem I had with it, is because I game share with Pandemic, and I don't know, I don't know if it would be cheaper because it's like $60 a month or $60 a year for Xbox Live, than $120 for the Game Pass for a year. So that'd be like $400 putting into it. But I didn't know Game Pass was shareable with.
Even Lady Foxfire in the YouTube chat says that she shares her Game Pass as well. So
that kind of changes things for me. But I could see them putting stuff like a couple episodes of Telltale games in this. Then if you want to play the next few episodes,
let me just. I'm gonna just throw this out there as well, because you're rolling onto a massive point. You recall, I don't know, about 2 weeks ago when they said Microsoft is opening up their checkbook, right? So everyone's like, oh my God, they're buying all companies. They have no first party, right? Okay, well, listen to this. I'm calling it right now, timestamp this goddamn episode, that by the middle of the year, or by at least E3, we're going to get an announcement that a gigantic third-party game is going to be an exclusive to Game Pass, and it's going to be Splinter Cell, the next chapter.
What do you mean by exclusive to Game Pass?
What was the time in this that you said?
I'm thinking it's going to be a big announcement by E3.
Dude, I like where you're going with it, dude. I really do. I think it can happen down the line, but I think what they're trying to do this year is really kind of cement the foundation of Game Pass and what they're doing to move forward. I wouldn't see anything like that for maybe
next year, maybe
or two. Yeah, next year at the soonest, at the earliest.
I just think that exclusive content pulls people in to want. It's the Netflix. Listen, it's the perfect storm, and it's the Netflix, program. Everyone has Netflix. Why do you have Netflix? Because you want to watch older movies? No. 5 years ago, yes. This day, I have it because I'm a Marvel fan and all the Marvel shows. I like Stranger Things. I like.
Me too.
Some people really into
Shameless.
Yeah, Shameless is House of Cards. The amount of new programming, especially like, for instance, the Will Smith movie that everyone gave shit, that was amazing,
that movie, right?
Dude. Thank God it's getting a sequel. That's why you have Netflix, because you can't watch that somewhere anywhere else. So like I said, I believe that maybe it won't be this year. Maybe you're right. Maybe it is too soon. But at one point or another, there's going to be, I was going to say programming, but games that are available only on Game Pass, meaning that you can buy them from Xbox.
Well, they said they're going to do that. They're going to have games that are only on Game Pass. Now, when it comes to the third party, one thing that you might see at E3 this year is that big third party game, and they're announcing that it'll be available on Game Pass day and date as well. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I would see that before anything.
Be available on Game Pass and not the regular Xbox players can get it? Is that what
No, yeah, you'd have to buy it, but if you were already in Game Pass, it would show up the same way Sea of Thieves or Crackdown 3 or Forza Horizon 4 was going to show up in your system. It's just there for you to download. That's where he's going with it. Yeah, you can go to the store and buy it, but why would you have to buy it if you just pay us $10 a month for the rest of your life?
Well, see, if they went and did something like that and made certain games that you could only get in Game Pass, and if you're a regular Xbox player not subscribed to it, your SOL. If they did
that's anti-consumer, and listen, they are treading very carefully with this, and like Bot said, this is the biggest thing to happen in gaming, and I cannot remember.
Yeah, things are gonna change, that's for sure. And I don't know, like, I've never really been a big fan of Game Pass because I own most of the stuff, but it's going to be really good for some people, like just coming into Xbox. You got so many games. But for me, like, I don't know, I'm definitely going to try it. And the big thing is I didn't know you could share your games. That's the big thing. That's why I had a problem with
He's still astounded by that. He can hardly talk. He's like, man, I can share my Game Pass.
Yeah, Punk Kiddish didn't know that either. So that's pretty cool.
But I do like owning my games, though, at the same time. So I'm kind of torn. I just want to wait and see what happens before I really give a big opinion on it.
I am going to say one of the running trends that I saw yesterday on Twitter especially is that many people who don't own an Xbox were like, I'm running out and getting an Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
So,
wow, that's awesome.
So I think that this is not just going to move subs for the current Xbox owners. I think it's going to actually, I mean, think about it. Most of the people who are, most of the 75 million plus PlayStation owners, you know, the diehard gamer is a niche kind of a fan. You know, we're loud and we have podcasts and blogs and YouTube channels, yes, but that's not the populace. The majority of people have a PlayStation 4, right? and they buy 2 games a year. And if you look at their collection, what do they have? They have FIFA, they have Madden, they have Call of Duty, they have Battlefield. They have, and they might have 1 or 2 other, like the Grand Theft Auto, of course, will be in there. They'll have those titles that everyone is talking about because everyone's talking about them. Those are the same folks that I think are going to see this deal and say, wait a second, I was never really an Xbox kind of a guy, but this sounds crazy. They buy an Xbox for an Xbox One S for $180. It already comes with like 3 or 4 games, a month or 2 of Game Pass.
Is it still 180?
I believe so. I saw it as low as 188 is the last time I looked the other day. And now they're coming with, I think, 1 or 2 months worth of Game Pass. They go home and they put in the Game Pass code and they're like, I'm overwhelmed as a person. I don't know where to start first because there's 164 games in there.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, wait a second, I could definitely pay $10 a month. That's nothing. That's like a coffee and a buttered roll. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, I want a buttered roll. Is it hot?
Yeah,
Is it a hot roll?
That depends. How you toast it. If it's not too toasty, I'll go for it. If not, I
like
like
lightly toasted. I can totally understand. I'm hungry now. Thanks.
Well, boom. To talk about what PlayStation is going to do to kind of like be competitive in this space. To the PlayStation fans out there, and yes, I have a PS4. Guys, I hate to burst your bubble on this, but they're not going to do much. All right, what they're going to do is they're going to put more PS4 games into PS Now. They have already kind of committed.
Even touch PS Now,
but they've already committed to PS Now. That's why they bought Gaikai. That's what they're doing. That's their way to get into a subscription-based streaming service, and they are committed to that. That's the way they are moving forward. So you're going to see more PS4 games go into PlayStation Now. But at the end of the day, look at.
But you're streaming those, you can't download them, nothing.
Well, at the end, Microsoft and Xbox, they're just waiting for the internet technology to catch up to where they can be able to do the same thing. Trust me. Like, if they can just have the game streamed, they will do it. But right now, they are playing the better company card. You know what I'm saying? It's like, our subscription service, you can download the game, so you don't have to deal with lag or anything like that. But down the line, give it a couple years or so, you'll see them say, hey, now you can stream it, and they might do a discounted price for the streaming service compared to Game Pass to kind of get more people over there. But
so real quick, said PS Now is trash and too expensive. Have you guys played this? Like, have you guys used it? Because
I've tried it a couple of times and it was very laggy.
It sucks. I tried it.
Good to know. Continue, guys.
I just realized something. So this whole game share thing, I keep talking about it, I know, but I just realized it's gonna split that in half because we could just take turns buying it. It'd be awesome.
But here's the thing, though. All right, if you game share, right? And remember what I said in the beginning. When Xbox goes to the shareholders, they show active user base, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're game sharing, even the person you're game sharing with, if they don't have that subscription, they are signed in because they are game sharing. They are an active user. All right, they might not be the one paying the $10 per month, but they are an active user. And that still looks good to the shareholders because it's like, all right, now we got 10 million, 20 million people actively using Game Pass. And that's what they're going to do to the shareholders. And that's what's going to keep Xbox in the good graces of Microsoft. And it's what's going to keep Xbox evolving as a console.
Do you think this could affect single-player games, though?
No, not at all.
Why?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I think that what you're going to start seeing, especially from the Microsoft camp, is that their single-player camp, they know that the fan base wants single-player, but they also want to be a service base. So you're going to see that even though they're not putting these games out every 6 months, the games that they are going to be putting out are going to be games that are in development 3 and 4 years that are going to have a quality single-player experience, unlike, of course, Battlefront 2, which was their single-player was horrendous, and have a strong multiplayer-based aspect where it's going to keep the game alive because you're going to want to play it multi. Once you're done with the single player, you're going to jump into the multiplayer aspect of it, a la Halo, Gears of War. I mean, think about it. Those had, most of them had fantastic single player campaigns, but guess what lived on? The multiplayer. And that's exactly what you're probably going to see with the new Fable. Yes, it's going to be story driven. And yes, it's going to have a magnificent, strong story aspect to it, but there's going to be something in there that's going to live on after you beat the game in single player. That's almost a guarantee.
Here's my thing, though. Like, if Forza comes out, if Halo comes out, if Fable comes out, these are games that I want to keep and own forever.
Then you buy them.
I know it's cheap, and I know you have the option, but I just don't care about like most of the games they usually have in there.
Then don't get it. It's your choice.
Yeah, obviously, don't get it. But and here's the other thing. I'm not. This is something else that hasn't been mentioned. When you are a member of Game Pass and you want to buy a game, it is discounted.
It would be good as long as I keep like the $10. Like if you want to do $10, or I don't want them to force you to do 6 months or like a year or anything.
No, they're not forcing you to do anything.
Hold on, Supersonic. Check this out. You said when it comes to like Halo, Forza, Fable, right? So. Forza Horizon is coming out this year, so that's a Forza title. That's a $60 game. But then there's Sea of Thieves, which I'm not sure if you're fully on board to pay $60 for. State of Decay 2, Crackdown 3. Those are 3 games right there.
I don't care. I don't care about any of those really, to be honest.
All right, but if you pay, just say you pay $10 when the last of those 3 exclusives come out, right? The last of those first party come out, just to try them for a month and see if you like them. You might be surprised. You might be like, you know what? I wasn't really into Crackdown, but this Crackdown is fire. And then you put that with State of Decay. It's like I kind of liked State of Decay, the first one, but this multiplayer now, surviving with my friends and stuff, this is fire, right? So say you like both of those, why not just pay for the $120 for the year? You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
and you
make perfect sense.
Real quick.
Sense.
It would be nice because God forbid people make demos anymore where you can try a game before you buy it.
This is a good way to have that quote unquote demo experience, because if you already pay for Game Pass and you say, you know what, I don't know if I want to buy Sea of Thieves. I'm not sure. Like, I know I was a little iffy about the $60 price. This just made my freaking day yesterday because I was like, yes. Like right now, I'm loading up the closed beta. I've been playing Sea of Thieves. I want Sea of Thieves. Do I want to pay $60? Do I know if I'll have the $60? Absolutely not. Like when the game comes out, I didn't pre-order it. I don't know if I'll have the $60. But now I can at least play it, and I'm paying $10 a month for something, that I was already going to have in the first place. So that just made it that much better. I do want to hear from Creating Beyond Limits because he's been awfully quiet.
Yeah, he's been quiet. What's
going on? I've been just absorbing, taking everything in, like hearing all your
thoughts, because I know you were really freaking excited about this as well.
I think it's the shittest thing Microsoft has ever done, to be honest.
Phil Shady, dang it.
Phil Shady, please stand up. No, like I made a video yesterday talking about when they put it up. Like, this is fantastic news. Like there's no other way to say it. It's just great news. It's options. And if you're someone that doesn't like options, or other people that probably don't have as much money as you and can't get as many games, well, then you're just being a dick. So
you're just being a dick.
Yeah, like this doesn't affect you.
You're being a dildo stick.
Like it could change and become something bigger. Like if the service grows, like it could be more Netflix based, like more games launching onto the service, and you probably like your physical games and stuff like that. Well then, okay. But for now, this is just great news. No point complaining about what ifs. And like I don't have a lot of money this year. I'm gonna be saving, try to get a mortgage for a house. So I won't be getting as many games this year. Yeah, I know.
Don't say, he's not inviting us to live there. No. I'm just saying.
Come visit if you ever want to come to Ireland.
I would love to.
Are you there?
I'm just saying, Xbot's being a jerk about moving anywhere other than Connecticut. I hate Connecticut. It's trash. I'm sorry. I mean, awesome. Go Connecticut for those of you who live here and you're gamers.
All right, I am
apologize.
down for like North Carolina, somewhere like that. I'll move there. All right.
Fine.
Hey, now we know why there's no kiosks in GameStop.
Why?
Because of Game Pass.
God damn it, Game Pass. But
How is this gonna?
anyways,
How will this affect places like GameStop? I'm not complaining. I'm just asking you guys.
all right, hold up. Time out. Hold that thought. Re-ask it in 2 seconds. Cruise Missile, I need to address this. He said, did anyone see the 100 video? Shout out to Mr. 100 for sleeping on camera last night. He was still going at like 3:30
Was he
in the morning.
snoring?
That shit was still live. No, he had music playing, but that was pretty funny.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny about that though? 100 don't even care. He'd be like, yeah, they don't even care
That
about
was
it.
funny as fuck. Yo, you guys, he woke up in the middle of the night and he was just shaking his head back and forth for like 2 minutes like he had a serious headache. So anyways, that was hilarious. Yeah, it was 8-hour video, Cruz. I totally saw that. I checked up on it this morning because I was like, damn, is this guy still streaming?
Was he snoring?
I don't know. I didn't hear him snoring, but I wasn't sitting there for 8 hours listening either. So yeah, continue. Please ask your question.
I was just wondering, like, how this would affect GameStop and Best Buy and stuff like.
Well, their stock price tanked yesterday, so yeah, they're.
That's great news.
I mean, think about this. GameFly is gonna have some trouble with this. Amazon, all the brick and mortar stores are gonna have issues because, again, right now it's just Microsoft's first party games, and what is that each year? On a good year, it's about 7 or 8 games. On a real strong year, where you'll get 4 in the front and 4 at the end of the year. But if they already said they're working with their third party partners, so don't be surprised if they announced that a game like, I don't know, the next Splinter Cell or a game from Activision or whatever is going to be like, okay, yeah, we made a deal with them and their game is coming to Game Pass the same day and date as our titles, and that's going to be a running trend for them, and it's going to be a big deal. So are sales going to slow for actual physical media? Probably, yeah.
So GameStop's not going to say anything about Xbox, so nothing's going to change.
You don't have to worry about GameStop. They sell pop vinyls. They'll be okay.
Yeah, the T-shirts, pop
They're
vinyls,
awesome.
yeah,
bobbleheads,
swords, everything. They have everything in there.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely going to try it, and you're right. Options are good, so I don't know. We'll just see what happens.
Yeah, like I was saying, like not having enough money to get lots of games. Like, Thieves was a game that I've been playing for the last year, like in the alpha, and I've really enjoyed it. But like Mel was saying, is it a game that like I want to fork out €70 for? And it's like, I don't know. I enjoy it, but there's so many games coming out, and if I have to pick and choose, that probably won't be one that I'll pick.
I'm sorry, guys. The chat is killing me right now.
Hot topic of gaming stores. Fuzzy, you're so funny.
I like what Rain said. Was it Rain who put out the disclaimer?
Yeah, it was Rain. That's why I was laughing also.
But hey, Tim Moss, no one's gonna go into GameSpot to buy a 6-month Game Pass when they can just do it on their.
That's actually they will, because if they want to gift it,
Yes.
there's parents that are gonna buy that as a gift. I would get that for my kids. Are you kidding me? Like,
Or if you get a lot of points like I do in GameStop, and you could walk into with a $50 gift card that you got basically for free because you saved up your points, and get a Game Pass for $10 for 6 months.
They're gonna hide those passes behind the bobbleheads.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
I do really want to point out. No, I really want to point out. I can't freaking think right now. You guys are getting me all scrambled brained. Ace Junkie said over on Mixer, you can try it for $10, and if you like Game Pass and you like the game and don't want Game Pass, you can still buy the game. And that's exactly what you guys can do. You can try it if you like it, either Game Pass or the game. You can purchase either or. And
I also have a tip for everyone.
Yeah.
If you're someone that has not redeemed your 2 weeks free trial, like you're better off holding out until like Sea of Thieves or something gets added to it. So that way you can get 2 weeks free of Game Pass and you can try out their biggest games without actually paying anything. So that way you're testing these games and also finding out if the service is good for you. I'm gonna be getting a subscription closer to when Sea of Thieves is out, because at €10 a month, it's a bargain. Like I said, all these games, like 2 of these games is a year. You're making like, oh, I'm losing what I'm saying. You're gonna be able to play so many games, like Microsoft's games and all the games that are already in the service. And Sea of Thieves, State of Decay, Crackdown were all games I wanted to play. State of Decay 2 was a game that is one of my most anticipated games, with the whole co-op and everything like that. And I highly recommend people checking it out, but saving for your trial when you actually want to use it, if you still have it.
Good point.
Yeah,
I got a
that's
question.
A good point. What's up?
Do you have to always be online to play Game Pass? What if you're not online or something? Do you still have access to those games?
I think the ones that you downloaded.
You sure about that?
I said I think. That means I'm not positive, but
honestly, dude, what it sounds like is you're trying to pick this thing apart, and you're really
there's just a lot of questions. I don't know what to think of it.
You're being a negative Nancy. Just go.
I'm not. I haven't said one bad thing. I'm just asking questions.
You know what it is. Like I said, there were a lot of people on Twitter that were kind of like really kind of not so much downplaying this, but like finding negative things about it. I'm gonna be honest. For me personally, for a person that spends a lot of money on gaming, you're telling me that all I have to spend is $120 a year for Game Pass. I'm going to spend 4 times that, maybe 5. And if half of that is Microsoft games, because that's my console of choice, I've already saved $80 to $100 that I don't have to spend. Like, I'm not worried about, oh God, if I'm going to have the $10 a month, or do I want it? I know that I want it because I've been paying for it since the day it started. So that's not a problem for me. But I think that if the one thing that's great about this is if you don't want it and you just want to go out and buy the game, then just go buy the game. But if you're a person that's going to buy 3 of these games, then you're crazy not to have it, because it's $180 versus $120.
Like even if it's only the Microsoft games that you want, if you know there's at least 2 games that Microsoft are releasing that year that are coming out, like it's still cheaper to just get the Game Pass.
All right, check this out. Check this out. Yeah, you say you want 3 of the games coming out this year, right? But you can't afford 180. If you can afford 120, you pay for the Game Pass, and then by tax time next year, how much are those games going to be on physical disc at a store? You think they're going to be discounted?
Yep. Yeah.
So why not? For the first year, you're buying into them, and then when you have money come around next year or whatever, get the game at like $30 instead if you want the physical disc. I mean, why would you want to try to stress your wallet in getting the physical disc or the digital copy right off the bat when you have a subscription service that you're paying $10 a month for?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely think game sharing totally adds value, because I'm just going to take.
Still on that too.
I can't get over it. I thought that you could not game share with this thing, but that's $60 a year, so that's really, really cheap. So I am kind of excited on that part.
I have a question. So all future Microsoft games are going to be going into that the day it releases. But what about all the games that have already released? Are they going to start flooding it with, like, I know Halo 5 Guardians and all, like a lot of other games already there, but you said they're going to add Killer Instinct Season 3.
They already got key titles in there, so I don't see them reaching backwards and being like, all right, well, we need to have this or we need to have that. It looks like it's a moving forward from here type deal.
Well,
eventually.
Yeah, and I'm sorry to cut you off, Bot. They already. I mean, think about this. They have Gears of War 4. They have Gears of War the remaster with all.
Halo Wars 2 is coming out in February.
Yeah, Halo Wars 2 is added.
I can't wait for that. Actually,
Halo Wars 5. What do you call it? Halo 5 is in there. Sunset Overdrive's in there. I mean, I don't know. Is any of the Forzas in there?
No.
No, okay, so they haven't put any of the Forzas in. They may reach back and put in, when
Six.
they may put in 6. They may put in Horizon 3 later on. I mean, and that's another one that could be possibly, coming soon, because 4, obviously, there's rumor that nothing's confirmed, but 4, we're all expecting 4 to be out this fall. So I could see 3 getting in there.
The Master Chief Collection would be a great one to add.
And you know what? They're probably begun, and when that gets the 4K update, which they're working on right now, they will put that in there.
I want to say another thing. Like, when you look at value and you see people that are complaining and stuff when there's other things that are more of a ripoff. Like, if you're like a year of Game Pass or a box of cardboard, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, where's the value? If someone can sell cardboard for $80 or whatever it is in your currency, Microsoft can sell a Game Pass
for a year. Almost the Game Pass for a year. If you buy both of them, that's a Game Pass for a year and a half. Come on now, guys.
That is a great point, OhSnaps. Oh my goodness.
And you get a poo ton of games.
A poo ton?
Siberia.
Nice.
Real quick, guys. Siberia, you have the cat. If you go in your emojis, they're up at the top. You have the sponsor ones. There's a unicorn and a kitty. And they're there. Click it. Okay.
Andy Max sent me a tweet. It says, "Can I use Xbox Game Pass on my Windows 10 PC?"
I think some of the games you can.
Xbox Game Pass can only be used on Xbox One consoles. This is support from Xbox answering that.
Andy Mac #dickhead Jabari. I just put out a tweet of a post that he put in Bang Bang.
Jabari? Oh my goodness.
He said Xbox console is done for. Put that shit in a coffin. You mad? No, it's not.
I've caught that guy lying so many times. He was using GT Sport kind of like screenshots. The 4K ones, and he was trying to say that was the real game.
Yeah.
The 4K pictures that you just drop the cars in and stuff. It's a special feature. He was trying to say that was the game. I caught him out so many times. I have caught that dude out. He is nothing. He just spews like PlayStation propaganda and lies about Xbox.
So basically, he's a PlayStation troll. Ban him.
Indeed.
Ban.
Well, he's over on Facebook trolling like always. Which kind of brings us to our next topic. Negative bias media, and that's a little bit separate from the trolls.
What? That happens?
But I'm sorry. OhSnaps, Ace Junkie, he actually had a question on
my bad.
Mixer. He asked, how does this affect game devs if more people are getting the Game Pass instead of fully buying the game? Can I address that real quick? Or?
Yes.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right. You got to think this is first party, guys. This is Microsoft's game developers, first party underneath the Microsoft umbrella. And like I said before, Xbox, they are focusing on active user base when they're going to their shareholders and stuff. So the more people getting Game Pass, it's actually better for them because they're showing bigger numbers.
But does anyone care about their shareholders besides Microsoft? I sure as hell don't. I don't.
Good answer, by the way. That's awesome. Does anybody else care? No.
I don't care. Like, that's why I don't like stuff about sales and stuff, is because I don't care. I don't work for Microsoft or Sony. So you'll never hear me talk about that.
But I know why no one talked about, like, no big publisher like IGN really focused on the news that came out yesterday. It was because, you see, Microsoft has no games. So if they were to highlight a service where games were going to be getting added every few months, that means they have games, and that would make them look bad. So Microsoft has no games, remember?
I don't know why it says I have like 300 games on my Xbox. They don't exist.
They're not real, man. It's all on Sony and PC.
It's fake news, I'm telling you. It's fake. Everything's fake.
False and fake.
Yes.
So anyway, speaking of false and fake and media and all
Pamela
that
Anderson?
Huh?
Oh, sorry. I said Pamela Anderson.
Okay, well, no, she doesn't count. She's old news. Xbot.
What's up?
You had a pretty fiery video yesterday. You made. Well, you did a little live stream. So you want to talk about why the media took so long to talk about the awesome Game Pass news? You know, and the kind of fuckery that's behind that.
Well, here's the deal. Like yesterday when I came out, I went live. I popped OBS in, you know, put in the stream key and went live because I just wanted to see what IGN, GameSpot, The Know, you know, all these kind of like big gaming media and their YouTube channels, what they were saying about Game Pass, because I was interested to see if they were going to kind of like see the value and what was going on. And then as I'm going through YouTube, I'm not seeing any videos on it. No videos whatsoever, not from them anyway. When it comes to the YouTubers out there in the community,
yeah,
I mean, I think Crab had like 2 or 3 out already, and letting people know what was going on, and nothing from IGN, The Know, or GameSpot.
Usually those are the first suggested videos, and Xbox was like, look at this, nothing. It was just the Xbox gaming community.
And it was great is that he showed it live as he's texting in the sites, and he's going through and say, hey, look, people, look. I'm going back 9 hours. Nothing. So it's not like we're conspiracy theorists wearing, you know, people that are wearing tinfoil hats. This is facts. He showed it on live.
It blew my mind, man.
Yeah,
it blew my mind. And I am somebody, I do know about the gaming media bias out there, but something that is on the verge of, even if they hated it, it's news that's so big, something should be out there. And OhSnaps did point out there was one article on IGN's website, right? But at the end of the day, YouTube is everywhere. YouTube is on your cell phone. Easy. Everybody has a YouTube app on their phone, on their TV, on their computer. That's where a lot of people go. You know, a lot of people, they'll put on YouTube because they don't want to sit there and read the article either. They'll listen to what's going on as they're working or as they're like cleaning the house or stuff like that. So you would figure something so big would come out, and they would make a video on it. I mean, they have a full-fledged studio, you know, in their headquarters for this stuff, and it was nothing. Now, eventually, later on, IGN, I believe it was kind of like their daily show that they do at like 8 o'clock at night or something like that, talked about it, right? But at the end of the day, it was all day. And the thing about this is, right?
GameSpot did their article about it 4 hours after probably everybody in the gaming community threw out a video. It's crazy. Yes, GameSpot does clean the house sometimes.
Sometimes. But here's the thing. Now, people were telling me on Twitter and stuff. They're like, well, and on my video after you know it processed as a video instead of a live stream, people were like, well, you know, they did talk about it here, they did talk about it there, and all this good stuff. But at the end of the day, you look at the big news that came out from both camps. If you look at PlayStation, God of War came out with the story trailer and the release date. And then on Xbox side, something that could be completely revolutionary in the console gaming space. And what did I see videos about? Through all of them, through The Know, IGN, GameSpot, I saw videos about God of War.
Let me guess. I was going to guess. I was going to say God of War, but I watched your stream.
God of War all over the place. There was like 2-3 videos per YouTube channel about God of War. And there was nothing about Game Pass, and I thought that was absolutely
Nintendo cardboard recyclable stuff, though.
Well, The Know is all about that. They want that cardboard, which is, yeah, whatever. I watched The Know to kind of laugh at the stuff they say because, there are people that promote the no games aspect of Xbox, like the Xbox One only came out in 2017. Like there are no games on that platform whatsoever. So yeah, whatever. But to see all these God of War videos and to see nothing about Game Pass, and then people tell me, "Oh no, there's no bias there." The proof is in the pudding, guys. Like I did a live stream on this, and I searched, and there was nothing. It was absolutely incredible. So that's why I am really happy that I am, you know, in a community when it comes to my YouTube channel and stuff like that, where we are able to bring out this information and share it with people freaking 12 hours before IGN, GameSpot, or The Know say anything about it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, look, I'm a small, very, very small YouTube channel, and as soon as this news broke, I put out 3 videos. I did one on PlayStation, one on the Xbox, and one on the Crackdown 3 snafu. That with them being bought up, with the engine being bought up by Epic Games. So I put out, and again, I'm not getting paid for this. My stuff's not monetized. I do it because I love the industry, and I'm having a real good time doing it. But I'm a small one. I'm only one person, and I put out the stories. And I am, again, there was so many YouTube channels that I personally follow that I watch that put out stories. It just makes you scratch your head as to why a news company as big as IGN, who has probably hundreds of staffers. I don't know what their particular numbers are, but they're a big company.
A full studio, hundreds of staffers. They have insiders that talk to people who are actually at Xbox.
Yes. Oh, and here's the funny thing. Hello, now you did an impromptu like video, right? Like you wanted to speak about it. You did a live stream, right? And you were like, look, this is what's happening. I'm so excited, whatever. IGN has Xbox Unlocked. They have a channel that's on YouTube. That's their channel. That's Xbox centric, supposedly. So I don't know why a guy like Ryan McCaffrey, who's supposed to be the Xbox guy, didn't immediately jump into the studio and say, okay, boom, I've been shitting on Xbox for the last 3 years, but I finally got something good to talk about. Let's go.
All right, let's be honest. Ryan McCaffrey was too busy jerking off in the corner to God of War. All right? Let's be real.
Oh, Xbox. You can't say jerking off on my show.
They would all be
I'm in trouble, guys.
They'd be circle jerking. They'd all do it together.
Oh my God, no circle jerking on my show.
Oh man.
So
well, at least you didn't say pleasure stick.
Can we say dildo sticking?
No.
Maybe.
God,
light up
you
pleasure
people.
Sticks.
Dirty Jason, no chills, Xbot. That's
hold on, check this out.
Deleted. Oh, God.
If you're an Xbox centric podcast, which Unlocked is supposed to be, when something big like this comes out on Xbox's side, you would figure, even though that they're a podcast, like they would go and they would use IGN's YouTube channel to promote such a thing, to bring it out there. I mean, you would have like the PlayStation side of things. As soon as like God of War came out, there was a video. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So where was Ryan McCaffrey and his crew coming out with kind of just like a quick news thing saying, oh yeah, and by the way, if you have Game Pass, your Game Pass has just got a lot more valuable this year.
They were too busy. They were too busy streaming Shadow of Colossus.
Yeah, like all they had to do was.
I'm actually interested in that because I never played Shadow of Colossus, so
not that.
All right, so the thing is they put all like this bullshit. Or first of all, they were very lackadaisical about putting this article out. Right, they're focused on other things. You have to kind of search if you wanted to read anything about it. Right. Then when they did put the content out there and say, hey, Xbox came out with this, they also put out the bad stuff that we haven't seen yet, or something along the, and I forget who it was. Someone sent me an article.
I know what you're saying.
Who was it? It was the one that Forbes did, and I have yet to read it, but a couple of people were a little upset about it. It was Yourself Is Me. It was the Forbes article, so I don't really know what they had said in that one. But it does kind of piss me off that when they do talk about it, they're bringing up the stuff that we have yet to see. Like, who's talking about that? We're not talking about that. We're talking about the here and the now. There's no reason to be bringing up some negative bullshit. And it's like the way they go about it is really sly and sneaky too, And that pisses me off.
Yeah, what I think what you were bringing up was when they did talk about it, they brought up the fact that Phil Spencer said that he would love to have exclusive content on Game Pass, which means a game that was exclusively on Game Pass, whether it's episodic or something like that. Phil has come out and stated that. So within saying about these first-party exclusives being day and date in Game Pass, and they're like, oh yeah, and by the way, he said that they were going to have exclusive games on Game Pass, and we have yet to see that. Like at the end of it, it's like what?
Shut the fuck
up. The fuck are you talking about?
It is funny that even when they're doing actual factual news, like they're reporting something and there's good behind it, they have to add that little dig at the end. And that is where you immediately notice that there is a double standard within the media. And again, I know that there are some YouTubers that disagree, and that's awesome that they do. I'm glad everyone has their opinion, and I think that's what makes us want to come back to the mic every time we get on the podcast, because we're going to have a discussion like adults without calling names or, you know, shitting on someone because they have a different opinion. I don't agree with that. I think everyone's entitled to their opinion, but when the writing is that blatantly on the wall, I think it's a hard argument to say that, oh no, we're making this up, because we're not the only podcast talking about this. I mean, a good friend of mine, Mooch, which everyone knows and loves.
Actually, we're making it up. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, he's been banging the media by his drum forever. And you know what? When you read stories like that, like, well, that Game Pass is going to be good if you're this, you know, it's statements like that make you just like, why can't you just be nice and say what it is? If it's shit, then call it that. If it's good, then say what it is. Don't say it's good, but you know what I'm saying? There's always a but at the end of it. It's frustrating as an Xbox fan. It really is.
Yeah, I don't even trust them. I have both consoles, and like the way they just swayed towards total pro Sony stuff, and they hate Xbox stuff. I don't trust them with my Sony news or my Xbox news.
Guys, so I just crashed my ship, but I'm listening to you guys, and I'm also reading the chat while I'm crashing my ship. So my thing is, like, there is no reason to, and I don't like talking about the biased media all the time, because I try to steer away from that. I try to steer away from the drama and bullshit. You know that. Like, it gets annoying after a while. But this shit just pissed me off. Like, I was like, are you kidding? Like, why do you have to say, oh, this is the good, but here's the bad? Like, you can go to any other article and see them talking about Nintendo Cardboard, and they're going to be like, that's so cool. They're not going to talk about
I can't find that article. Do me, DM me with a link to it, because I want to read this. I didn't even see that.
I can't. I will do that a little bit after, but I
not now.
You. But it was I think it was GameSpot, where you could.
I think you said IGN. You said IGN.
No, I didn't.
Yesterday.
No, I didn't. It was GameSpot.
Oh, you know what it is? They're kind of all the same, right? They're all dicks. IGN, Giant Bomb. You know, they're all just rolled into one big dick.
Oh.
One big dick. Well, what the no does?
Picture this. Stop! You guys are horrible.
The no's kind of worse, because they kind of wait till IGN and GameSpot does all their stuff.
I got a mental picture of it as well.
It's a scary thought, to be quite honest with you.
It's very, very veiny, by the way. I don't like it.
Oh God! Stop! God.
This is where the show goes off the rails, folks. We got in an hour and a half before that happened. Yes.
Here, I'm gonna send you the Forbes one. I haven't really read enough of it yet. I'm just perusing it. Where are we?
And I just want to say, like, we have somebody who comes here every Wednesday talking about when you do personal insults or something, that's when you lose them, or are you starting to sound like fanboys? Dude, we're not making this stuff up, though. Like, why is it so good to completely over talk about God of War, which I think looks really good. I'm actually, like, interested in the game. I'm a little concerned about the not jumping and stuff like that, but that story trailer really actually brought me back again, and I'm interested in that game again. But when it's all said and done, and there's something coming out on a platform that even as a company you might not like could be revolutionary within the console gaming industry, you need to talk about it, and you need to talk about it as soon as possible. You don't sit on it for 8, 9, 10 hours, you know? And if you have a podcast that states that they are Xbox centric, that they love talking about Xbox news, like, why aren't they coming up with a video real quick about it? It makes no sense, yo. Absolutely none.
And I just want to piggyback on that, because that was an amazing statement. Check this out. If you're that said fan of that said company and you see this, you should be asking, how come my company of choice isn't doing what that company over there is doing, and question your PlayStation people or your Nintendo people. You see,
Well, see,
you see something like this happen, you say, wait a second, this is happening on the Xbox side. I'm not really an Xbox guy, but now I'm kind of interested. Or you could be like, you know what? F Xbox, I don't like Microsoft products. I'm a Sony guy. So if that is in fact the case, you should be saying, man, wouldn't that be amazing on my platform? Not saying that we're fanboys because we're gushing over something that's going to literally change the industry. I think that's asinine.
Exactly, man. And boom, when it comes down to it, I don't think right now I'm not sure if Sony even knew what was going on Xbox's side.
This is a blind side to them. Nintendo doesn't care.
You know, there's at least somebody at the PlayStation headquarters right now, at least talking to people like, all right, well, what are we gonna do about like
how are we gonna respond?
Yeah, to be competitive in this space. And like I said, I don't think they're going to do too much because if you look at it, look at some of the things that PlayStation gamers have wanted for years, like the ability to change their gamer tag and stuff like that, which they have been like, oh yeah, it's coming down the road. It's coming down the road, down the road. Now, what people don't realize when it comes to PlayStation and changing your gamer tag is I feel like the way that they set up their infrastructure, if you change your gamer tag, they lose your identity and your history. I think that's the way that they structured the PlayStation Network. That's why they haven't changed it yet. They want to make sure they have kind of like your history and if people have complained about you and stuff like that. And I think they don't want to lose that if you change your gamer tag, which is why they haven't done that. But when it's all said and done, they don't necessarily they listen to you guys, but only to a certain extent. All right.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if they're really going to do anything besides put more PS4 games into PlayStation Now. I mean, that would be what I would think they would do.
Does anyone use that subscription? I don't know anyone.
Everybody has said it sucked. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I know PlayStation guys that have it. They say it's adequate. I guess you could say.
Because you have no other options.
Adequate is not a great thing, though. It's mediocre at best.
PS4 did the same thing and put new releases day one. You could totally stream that from a laptop to your Xbox so easily. That'd be pretty cool.
I will say OhSnap's hit the nail right on the head because, like, whenever they even when it comes to the media bias, whenever something good comes out with Xbox, like even in the articles, they find some way to dig on it, you know, maybe at the end. But when you have something like Nintendo selling you cardboard, right? No matter how creative or innovative it is, you as a professional need to question certain things. You know what I'm saying? To represent the gaming community and the gamer out there, you need to question, well, you know, how is this in terms of durability? What's going to happen when this thing gets destroyed? And nobody's asking that in big gaming media either. But when Xbox comes out and says that, you know, first party games will be in Game Pass day and date, they're like cricket.
Yeah,
cricket.
Sure.
No, nothing.
It's definitely, you know, again, what you're saying, I think is very logical and makes.
Oh, Boogie is like, right, the sex was adequate.
That's never a good thing if you're told that. I'm just letting you know that right now.
Yeah, not a good thing. PSN down says, reminder, PSN was down yesterday. I wanted to change my name, but then PS4 was hacked. So yeah. I love that. PSN down sent out a reminder that PSN was down. Guys, but this has been a very entertaining, adequate conversation. So we do have other things to touch on before we end the show today. I feel like we could talk about this forever. It's like a damn shame, to be honest. So Gears of War release date.
God of War.
That's what I meant. Thank you.
Whoa, I was like,
God of War.
New Gears already?
I was just thinking about Gears of War, I guess, while I'm staring at the Sea of Thieves on the TV that I can't play right now because I'm dead.
That water's
I think
beautiful.
Lady Foxfire Jedi mind tricked her real quick. She's like, Gears of War.
The water and Sea of Thieves hypnotizes you.
Dude, I don't even know how I died. I'm on a ghost ship right now. I have no idea what happened because I was looking at the podcast. Totally forgot about the game.
You're playing a game right now?
I was. I'm not. I'm
playing
dead.
it too.
I'm on the ghost ship. So anyways,
I'm trying to find a mermaid.
Release date is 4/20. And I
Yes.
didn't see the trailer, but what are your guys' thoughts on the trailer if you saw it?
Well,
And the release date I'm happy about.
Yeah, well, the release. Thank goodness we finally have a release date. I know that everyone originally thought that it was going to try and go head to head with a Sea of Thieves. Next month. I'm glad that it's not. I mean, in March. I'm glad that it's not. Both of them are behemoths, and they should be given enough room to coexist in the same gaming universe. But the new story trailer really answered a lot of questions for me. I already ordered the collector's edition, which comes with an amazing statue of him and his son. Listen. I like the way PlayStation does their special editions. They're always top notch. I have just about all of them. It's crazy. If it's the game itself though looks. Here's the thing. I know where bot's coming from. The no jumping thing. It might be an issue for me personally. It's not. I liked the original God of War. I just think that the mechanics, camera angles were getting a little long in the tooth. And I have to say, Sony Santa Monica, I give them a lot of props for kind of thinking outside the box. Now, everyone, a lot of people in the chat that show up to all of our podcasts. They say, oh yeah, but it's the Sony way because it's that third all the games look the same, and I think that at this stage in gaming, I want a more story driven narrative. That's for me. Maybe because I'm an older gamer, I don't want the arcadey type of God of War. So I am so stoked to play this because I was a big proponent for Horizon Zero Dawn, which I think was one of their best games on the system to date, to be honest with you. I think it's still one of their best games, graphically and everything else. I loved it.
But that's my problem. Like, could you imagine taking Devil May Cry and making it a game like that where you it's just total.
We haven't seen the new one yet, so they might just do that.
Well,
yeah, we don't know.
I mean, God of War's always been action, jump here, slash this, hack and slash.
We've had so many of this. We've had so many of the same game. That's the problem.
Well, make a different game. I am excited about the Norse mythology and stuff because I was just playing Hellblade, and I think it's the same kind of stuff. But
yeah, that's Norse mythology as well.
Yeah, I am excited about learning about all that and stuff in the game, but I don't know. Make a movie about it. The game looks like a movie or something.
Well, guys, when it comes down to this, when it comes down to change, like I can see where like the God of War faithful are concerned about this game. Now, I'm a Halo fan, right? Halo 5 got a bunch of crap for evolving with the time, actually making your super soldier feel like a super soldier, right? So at that aspect, the story looks good in God of War, the new one coming out. Like people saying it's a different Kratos. He actually cares about this kid and all that good stuff. I'm actually interested to see how it is. I'm not gonna place judgment until I play it. But
right.
The story looks intriguing. If you look through the story trailer, it looks like there are a bunch of different environments, which is good. I mean, you have the snow, you have
the forest,
it looks like
kind of a thing.
Yeah, and then you kind of transition into like a spiritual realm and all sorts of good stuff, and it looks interesting to me. Now I can see I'm kind of iffy on the not jumping issue. Like I said, I'm concerned about it, but that doesn't mean I'm just going to sit there and trash the game because I haven't played it. I don't know. It looks good. Graphics look good. The story is intriguing and it's exciting, and it's good that it actually has a date. And, people are excited about it, and they should be.
I am happy it has a date because, like, my Sony station, I'm like, what the hell is coming out on this dang thing and when? I have, that's how it's been since I bought it. All I've been doing is getting VR games and Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy X.
There's other things in life aside from VR.
You use your PlayStation more than me. I haven't used mine in, since Crash Bandicoot came out.
I have
a disc stuck in mine, so that's exactly what it is. It plays. I had to beat it to get it to work, but it goes.
How was it again?
It's chewing on that disc.
It's like I'm not even kidding, guys. This,
more time.
You're gonna press the
No.
eject button, and confetti is gonna come out because that's gonna be what's left of the disc.
I'm not gonna
It's
lie
hungry.
though.
Gotta feed it more. Put more food in the disk drive. It's hungry. Its
I'm
stomach's growling.
interested in God of War. Something that I've never played before, but since I've started playing more single player games, and as you guys know, I hate single player games. I used to.
Well,
I
not
can't say
anymore.
that
You can't say that anymore.
Yeah. Like, I'm pretty excited for it, but I do have to watch the trailer because I did not check that out.
It's really good.
And I'm a little disappointed in myself for not finding the time to go watch it. But there's always today, so I'm going to do that later on. And
It's about 4 minutes long, so they give you a nice chunk of the game.
I don't think I have 4 minutes to give them, so.
Yeah, you do.
No,
Yeah,
I
you do.
don't. I don't. I have
You
to
can
take
watch. You
naps
can
and
watch it
stuff.
when you're on your conference for work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the way I would do it.
Yeah.
God,
okay.
my PS4 started grinding just like yours for a second. That was
What did
crazy.
you do? You put a disc in it, didn't you?
No.
Just to let people know, the PS4 grinds because it's craving a certain food, and it's called cardboard. You gotta stick cardboard in the disk drive.
So,
Does it have Nintendo seal of approval, or I won't stick it in there?
speaking of Nintendo seal of approval, so since God of War comes out on 420 and the cardboard comes out on 420.
420.
Yeah, 420.
Oh boy.
Do you guys think that, you know, that this is gonna? Is there
Oh,
something that Xbox is gonna throw out on 422?
I'll throw
I don't
something
know,
out on
With
420.
cardboard outsold God of War, like how bad would that fucking be? Overpriced boxes, like come
Fuzzy
on.
says weed. Yeah, that would be pretty insane.
You know your franchise needs to disappear when a cardboard box outsells.
That's
it, you
gonna
know?
be. You know what? We should
That
actually
would
put
be
that in the
insane.
think tank and revisit that in 520 when the MPDs come out, and if the cardboards beat out God of War, this world is over.
That would be insane. Meanwhile, I'm gonna make a teleportation device out of cardboard, you guys. How about that? Oh,
Sounds
God.
good, I'm in.
Rocks.
Steer the ship.
I can't.
Set down the
It's
sail,
stuck
oh,
under the
snaps.
rock.
Are you fucking playing CTs together?
They
No,
both are.
I'm
No, they
not.
are the nerve. Absolutely.
Like
It's not
last time
great.
it was Pug G and now it's CTs.
That, you know that's why the podcast started on time, so they could end on time, so they can get to playing Sea of Thieves.
No, I'm playing alone, and I'm playing alone, and I have a itty bitty baby ship right now,
Me
and
too.
I'm gonna be streaming this later tonight, so I can't wait.
I'm
Okay,
gonna be
what, 8
streaming
to
this on
midnight, right?
Mixer, by the way. So
I'm gonna be streaming to YouTube because well, probably Mixer and YouTube. But we can do
my
a crew.
Xbox app doesn't like
Yeah.
me. Though.
This is one
Yeah,
of our
absolutely.
topics too. So being excited for this, guys. Inside the underneath of the water actually looks really nice.
Inside
Oh my
the
God.
underneath
Hey.
of the water.
I want to say something. I went on Mixer before we started the stream.
Mhm.
Freaking everybody is streaming Sea of Thieves. Like
Yeah,
everyone.
of course.
I was included. That's a great game.
Vogels, you can definitely play tonight because I'm excited for this. So I'm excited that we get to stream the freaking game.
I just want to slap somebody with a fish. That's all I want to do.
I'll slap your mom with a fish. Let me not say that out loud.
Huh,
This
I would
is-
call her, but my phone shut off.
God. Yeah, so Sea of Thieves, like, who here is able to play this? Are you guys
Me.
all?
I'm
Boom,
playing it
sir.
now.
I've been playing it for like a year.
Me
I'm
too.
so but you know, I played it.
Yeah, but
But-
I want to
but
see
CDL,
what's
that's
new in
nothing
it.
new
Did
with
they
any
add
game
the
you play, right?
Kraken? Has anybody seen the Kraken? Have you guys witnessed it?
I'm looking for it.
I don't think there is a Kraken, to be honest.
They better.
I think this is going to continue to be a game in progress, and they're just going to keep adding. And
There's a crack in your plumber. Get it? Crack in your plumber. Yeah, you
Wow.
feeling it?
The
You wanna
water
dig?
looks insane, you guys.
The water itself is a character. Isn't that crazy that that everyone is talking about this water? It's literally a character in the game. And it's just water. That's how amazing it is.
Yeah, it's freaking.
it's beautiful.
gorgeous.
And the sunsets and the thunderstorms, it's freaking awesome.
I think. I mean, I know you guys. A lot of you have been in the beta for the alpha for a long time. Is it safe to say, in your opinion, because I haven't played it yet, and I've only seen I haven't even seen video except for what people are streaming now. Would you guys say that Rare has returned in a big way with this game?
Yes, but I wish it was Banjo-Kazooie still.
What? You can't say that. You can't be like, I wish it was.
I can't. Banjo-Kazooie is
this
fucking
Sea of
amazing.
Thieves. It's totally different. You get eaten by sharks.
I've been in alpha. I was like one of the first people at the first 1,000 people in alpha, and I don't know, like, I just haven't ever had the urge. I've been invited to every beta since then, and I just never had the urge to play this game.
Boom. I will say what we've been able to play in the alpha, like we've said this before, it's only 20% of the game. What I'm interested in is building up my reputation with a certain kind of like with a certain faction actually to become a legendary pirate.
Nice.
With seeing that aspect to it, kind of like the complexity and the layers that are involved with going out on these adventures, getting these treasures, having stories kind of embedded in with each treasure that you're going to look for and find and stuff like that. That's what really interests me. The alpha was pretty much to show kind of like the ship aspect and get people kind of used to the gameplay, and of course to test the servers and everything like that for Rare. But,
I think
I'm interested in
by a shark.
I'm interested in all the stuff that we don't have in there yet.
Wait,
basically,
gameplay up, right?
I'm actually kind of glad I didn't get involved with the alpha, because now I'm like super excited to get into the beta. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm only gonna play I'm probably gonna play maybe an hour or two just to get a taste of it. But I want to really wait for the game because I don't want to be burnt out on it when it comes out. I want to be like have a set of fresh eyes when the game releases in March.
Just wait for him to put loot boxes in the game.
I'm gonna tell you guys right now that I sunk my ship because I hit the giant rocks, and then I was like, where did my ship go? And then I went under the water, and then my ship was floating down, and then it disappeared, and then 2 sharks attacked me.
Well, that's terrible. See, if you go out with a crew and you play with me when I send you an invite, maybe this won't happen.
We'll have to see, because I have an idiot.
I'm not even with a crew. I'm all alone right now. So that's why.
Well, we should definitely do some sort of a stream with this, at least in the beta.
Well, OhSnap said that she'll only play Sea of Thieves with people who have played Call of Duty with her. Though
I'm out. Yeah. Sorry,
I don't know.
You know what?
On my ship, there's another guy named Xbot on here on my ship. That's crazy.
Imposter. He's an imposter.
We only know one bot, and he's sitting here right with us.
PSN,
right.
It's a bit of both. It's fun and hype. I mean, I haven't really seen anything so spectacular aside from the water and the sky that I'm just like jumping for joy. But it's not bad either. It's fun.
It's a good screensaver.
I think that once the game is complete, it's gonna be phenomenal.
Did you accept any missions?
I heard that if you go to the deepest part of the sea and go all the way down to the bottom, you'll find IGN videos about Game Pass down there.
Nice, good, excellent. Locked away in 3 chests, not 1. You gotta there's a puzzle to open up each chest, and when you get to the last one, it laughs at you and says, "No, you're not getting Xbox info. Sorry."
It's like game over.
No soup for you.
Wow.
If you guys want to play tonight, I'm definitely down. I'm gonna play this and probably some PUBG too because it's my.
You're doing a stream what from 8 to 12?
Yep, 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. I know Vogel's Craig is gonna be joining. I don't save spots. I can't. First come, first serve.
Is there a cap limit for how many people you can actually be? When you play Sea of Thieves, is it like I need a crew of 5 or 6?
I don't know if it's just 4 right now. Is it just 4?
Yeah, it's just 4. But I wish you could do like a whole kind of server thing and have all your friends in it.
That would be so cool. Eventually,
at least enough to have like 4 different ships going on.
Yeah, so what we usually do is 2 rounds on PUBG and then swap. That's going to be a little bit different on Sea of Thieves, so I don't really know how it's going to work tonight. And then after that, we'll see what happens. But if you want to play PUBG with me, I'm always.
You know,
Spoon Man says he's down to play PUBG, and I just want to let people know when you play PUBG with Spoon Man, you have to listen to everything he says. He will cover you from a distance.
And make sure you go get those crates, guys. Oh, Spoon Man! Speaking of crates, I got the ghillie suit finally. Yay! Anyways,
good job.
That's beside the point. But yeah,
and then she died.
He said, "Oh shit, bot, stop talking smack." But yeah, guys, it's about time to wrap it up. So I gotta go.
I just wanted to say real fast that.
I forgot you were here. I'm so sorry. You're so quiet. Next time, speak up.
Damn.
Damn.
Someone woke up on the wrong side of the.
CBL, you're my fave. Go ahead.
I just gotta mute the mic for a minute. I have some. I was gonna say, like, you've probably all seen that terrible review, a few years ago that IGN put for the Pokemon game, where they were like, one of the complaints was too much water, and lots of people were slagging it, like it became a thing. So imagine that with fucking Sea of Thieves, like, oh yeah, too much water, too much water.
It's coming CBL, I guarantee it.
It's too much water and too much pirates, and we can't handle it. Shit, 6 out of 10.
Too many mermaids.
Well, I just want to put it out there that I am very passive aggressive in PUBG. On Sea of Thieves, I'm a little more aggressive. So we're gonna attack people. We're gonna take their shit. We're gonna murder them. Sorry.
Awesome.
Violence is the answer.
Unless you're playing PUBG, then you run like a bitch. That's how we roll, guys. That's how we roll.
It is really fun when you get in those ship battles for sure, though.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
For sure.
It's just really funny to hear Ferdinand a la Boomstick say violence is the answer.
I'm only speaking on what I'm hearing.
You guys are crazy. All right, so we're gonna wrap up the show today because it's been a lot of fun, but I have some running around to do, and then I want to.
Oh, running around?
Yeah, appointment time and stuff. Well, that and then when you know everything's all settled, I'm gonna be playing before I stream like tonight. So if you guys want a game, I'll be around. So I'm excited for that. Thank you, Zero Games. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Xbot, do you want to let people know where they can find you, what you're up to, all that good stuff? Keep it short, though.
You can find me in Connecticut if you can find where I live. No, I'm just playing. Yeah, I keep things simple, guys. First of all,
thank you for the super chat. He said, "Great show. UK Daz is the best moderator and rapper," and he also said, "Cut Xbot off."
He is a good rapper, dude. His rapping skills are dope. You gotta watch his YouTube videos.
He said, "Yo, hearing Sonic say dope is worth the price of admission anywhere." I just want to say that.
You guys said 420 earlier. I can say dope.
Dope. It's the hotness.
We said 420 because 420 is a date. What are you talking
about? Oh, it is? I didn't know that. Yeah. I thought it was something else.
It's an official holiday, actually.
It's a very busy day at a cookie store. Anyways, continue.
But I just want to say it was an absolutely great show. I had a lot of fun today. It is. I look forward to every Wednesday because this is a different show where we come together, and it's a morning show, first of all. But second of all, you can tell we have a lot of fun doing this for you guys. So I hope you guys are entertained. I hope you guys get some gaming knowledge from this show. And if you did, you definitely want to hit that thumbs up button, and you definitely want to subscribe to the channel. Other than that, you can find me on Twitter at xbot448. I suggest following me there because I do have a YouTube channel. I do drop videos and stuff like that. But when I do that, I let everybody on Twitter know. I let people on Twitter know when I go live on the various podcasts that I'm on, such as Crossfire, Next Podcast, CCC, and of course a couple others. And whenever I'm doing anything like a special guest or on another live show or something, I always post on Twitter, guys. So just follow me at xbot448.
At xbot448. His information is in the description below. Spoonman said, "Great show, except for getting judged incorrectly by xbot." I'm going to poop in my cardboard toilet.
Spoon is like, "Yeah, go to that crate. I got your back. Don't worry."
I nearly pissed myself when I read that. That was horrible and awesome all at the same time. Creating Beyond Limits. We're going to call you the silent one. Would you like to let people know where they can find you and what you're up to?
Yeah, YouTube, Creating Beyond Limits. I do like a shit ton of videos. Yesterday alone, I uploaded what 5 videos or something like that. Something insane.
You said 5 videos?
Yeah, yesterday.
Nice.
Spread
It's
them out
crazy.
a little bit,
I was
brother.
gonna say,
Spread
like-
them out a little bit.
I locked myself
5
into a
minutes?
room and I was all like, okay, can't leave. I have a day off, might as well upload.
You can ask Crap Gamer. There's a special feature on YouTube. It's called Schedule. Where
I
you
had
can,
3 of them scheduled to go up that day, but then the whole Microsoft news and the God of War stuff dropped, and I wasn't going to move the other 3 videos, and I was like, it just turned out 5 videos that day, you know?
I got you. I got you.
So yeah, I do plenty of different type of content. I have some Dragon Ball Fighter C gameplay over there. I have CT's gameplay going up in the next hour. Basically, I'm showing off what happens when you go outside the map or go to the end of the world, and what kind of shit happens to you when you go that far. Yeah, so yeah, I had a great time on the show, and yeah, I guess I need to talk a little bit louder and not be the silent one
Cut
anymore.
people off. That's what we do. That's what gaming.
I guess I'm just too nice. I'm like, they'll come out of the screen and attack me if I do. What? All the way from there, all the way to Ireland. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm
I had a great time.
actually on a boat to Ireland right now to beat you up. It's just that I'm still.
Oh, you're gonna be like taking forever. Like I have time to like go to the pub for like a week, and then I'll talk to you when you get here.
Damn. Guys, real quick, happy belated birthday to Abacab. I didn't know it was your birthday, and if I did, and I said happy birthday, cool, but I forgot by now. So happy belated birthday. Hope you had an awesome B-day. Guys, you can find CBL's info below.
Blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah. Go check out his channel. Please give him a subscribe because YouTube does have that thing where they will unmonetize us. And I think it's also something to do with his streaming if you don't have 1,000 subscribers. And he's really awesome.
I actually can't stream anymore. My
can't?
streaming privileges got taken away.
Why? What'd you do? You... Man, that's what you get for doing some crazy stuff on movies.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
For 3 months, I can't stream, so I had to stay Mixer solely. So yeah,
because you were talking shit about Ryan McCaffrey today. They knew it was gonna
he got it done. He has connections.
Hey, before we forget, shout out to all the people who donated on your stream. That was freaking, the community is so awesome.
I won't forget. Don't worry. But Boomstick, you want to let everybody know where they can go and where they can find you and what you're up to?
Yeah, you want to tell everybody where they can go, Boom?
Yeah, I'll tell with that, especially that Ryan guy. I can tell where he can go. No, go with that, rolled up with that big D. No. You can find me on Twitter at Mr. BoomstickXL. Actually, this past Sunday was a gigantic milestone for me personally. I crossed 1,000 Twitter followers and 300 subs on my channel.
Awesome.
That was a big deal, and again, the community has been nothing but short of amazing because I'm already closing in on 320 plus since hitting the 300 mark. So you can check out my channel, Double Barrel Gaming with Mr. Boomstick XL. I put out content at least 3 a week, but yesterday I put up 3 videos in one day. It was exhausting. I mean, it just was so much news. So I got 4 new videos for the week. I have 2 more that I'm going to be dropping either Thursday or Friday. One is going to be a review of The Inpatient for the PlayStation 4 VR.
That game sucks.
I mean, it's it's not the great.
Don't tell us yet.
No. There's a lot of good things about it, but there's a lot of it has its shortcomings of it for sure. But please check out my channel, and if you like what I'm doing, hit the sub button because the content that you see is what I'm going to do on a regular weekly basis.
Awesome. Yeah, Dad's just put it in the chat, you guys. Make sure you sub his channel, and his information is also below. And we have Supersonic Station. Where can people find you? What are you up to? Cut me off.
Find me on a boat crashing into OhSnap's boat on Sea of Thieves.
My person's sitting down on the ground.
Stop playing that. I'm just kidding. Find me on YouTube, Mixer, and the Mixer when it works, and Twitch on Supersonic Station, and watch us this Sunday because me and Dirty J are doing live reactions to the WWE Royal Rumble. So if you like wrestling and wrestling drama, tune in this Sunday because it's going to be very interesting.
I like John Cena. That's about it.
I hate John Cena.
She even has a special what we call John Cena face.
No, I don't.
At the house.
I do not. I don't appreciate you lying. So anyways, awesome guys. Right in the chat, Daz has put that information. I can't talk. God damn it. I'm fucking shot today. Daz has put Supersonic Station's information in the chat. It's also below in the description along with everybody else. Now, special thanks to Siberia for becoming a channel sponsor today, as well as, you know, everybody else who is a sponsor that I shouted out at the beginning of the show. Siberia, your picture will be up on the screen next week. And thank you, Fastback, for the $5 super chat. And he also shouted out Daz within that. Now, Daz, I'm going to put you up on the sponsor just because you're always here hustling and busting your ass. You are like a huge help to the show, and I totally appreciate you. I feel like I don't say it often enough, but I really do. Like, I don't know what I would do without you, because you're like the behind-the-scenes person, and you're just always helping out everybody's shows that you support. So that's really awesome of you, and we totally appreciate it. What do you get?
Shout out to All Day Digital who just shouted out Mr. 100.
Yes, that was so entertaining. Yeah, he definitely got a shout out earlier for his on-screen nap, little drool, and all that good stuff. And you guys, I'm the host of the show, OhSnap. It's Mel. You guys can find me on Twitter at GirlsCanGame22. Obviously, right here on YouTube, OhSnap. It's Mel on Mixer and Twitch. I don't even know my Twitch name, but it's streaming live there. And it's OhSnap. It's Mel on Mixer as well. And every Monday
your
and
Twitch
Wednesday.
name is
Huh?
Smelly Pirate Hooker.
No, it's not. Don't lie to me.
It should be.
I think it's Ohsnapsukaz, but I'm not sure. But anyways, I do stream every Monday and Wednesday from 8 p.m. till 12 a.m. Eastern time. And yeah, join us tonight for some Sea of Thieves and some PUBG. We will be playing live. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us. It's been a really fun show. I absolutely love all of you people who hang out in the chat. You're all amazing. We will see you next week. Later.
Bye-bye.
Later, everyone.